Everyone, welcome Tuesday morning channeling with Jan Wakefield. So great to see you all here. I wanted to give a shout out to the Tucson community for hosting me last week. It was truly amazing connecting with all of the beautiful souls. For those who don't know, that's where Derek lives, and we did quite a lovely healing session for Derek. Thanks so much to Mike for being my tour guide. I couldn't have done it without him. And Odette for hosting me in her home. We had such a delightful experience, the whole group of us. And anytime any of you wish to have me come to your place of residence, if you'd like to host me for a channeling session or a channeling experience, just let me know. Reach out to me in Telegram, or you can, of course, reach out to me in the chat here, and I will grab the information from one of my assistants later on when the channeling session's over. So today I have been talking to the Blue Healers already. There's so many topics they'd like to discuss, and for today, I seriously have no idea where we're going to go with this particular channeling session. So it's going to be as much a surprise to me as it is to you. We will, of course, always begin with the breath practice, so make sure you're comfortable. I do recommend having your feet on the floor if possible because we do a lot of sessions where we draw energy up through the feet, the energy centers through the feet. Yes, Vince, thank you as well. Vince helped to set things up. So many people to thank. So if I have missed anyone from the Tucson group, I just want to send out my love and gratitude to all of you. So feet on the floor and ready to pull the energy into the heart, which is where we always start. Two announcements before we get going. The first is that often on Friday mornings at this same time, 7 a.m. Hawaii time, I will host healing sessions. They are free, and there will be one this Friday. So if you are interested in being a healer, you just show up. Show up at 7 a.m. on Friday this week. You can take a moment to jot it down on your calendar if you need your piece of paper in front of you and make sure that you know. I will post it also in the Telegram app. So if you're interested in being a healer, we have a group of healies who have neurological conditions. So if you're a person with a neurological condition, you want to be a healie, then definitely reach out to me as well and let me know, and I'll put you on the list for that. It is all breath practice. So when we are doing those healing sessions, prepare to just not hear any talking other than the blues walking us through how to do the healing breath practice. There will also be channelings on Thursdays occasionally. Keep an eye out for that, and sometimes even on Saturdays. So I do a lot of volunteer work, and these are all free sessions, so you're welcome to just show up. There's plenty of benefit, even if you're not on the Healy list. You're a healer, as we all know. And for those of you who have not seen the testimonial that was posted of my own healing journey, I didn't think of it until just this moment. Vince, Lily, Asia, maybe one of you can drop that into the chat. It'd be great if you want to check that out and see what my healing journey was, particularly using meditation for healing my body. And it is 100% how I ended up sitting here today channeling for all of you. So if you want to check that out, it should be in the chat. If someone has an opportunity to drop it in there, it'd be great. Otherwise, it is definitely on the Telegram channel. Okay, so we're already recording. If you would like to just go ahead and relax, close your eyes, and we'll begin with the heart breath. I'm just briefly going to go over it because I do see a few new names, new faces here in the chat space and in the Zoom room. So the breath for the heart is breathing in through energy centers 6 and 5 at the same time. You breathe that energy down to the heart, allowing the heart energy center to expand wide. At the top of the breath, you pause before you release. The energy releases from the front of the heart energy center. It circles around to the back of the heart energy center, around the arms like the rings of Saturn. And it enters in through the back of the heart energy center, rises up the spine to the eighth energy center where you finish your out breath. So a single in breath, single out breath. And we'll begin now. Breathe in through 6, 5 and 6 to 4, expanding the heart energy center wide. Release front to back and up to 8. Again, breathe in through 6 and 5 to 4. Release front to back and up to 8. Continuing this breath cycle at your own pace, knowing that speed does not matter. For those of you with breathing challenges, take your time. And as a reminder, in through 6 and 5 to 4. Releasing front to back and up to 8. Continue this breath cycle at your own pace. We welcome you to the channeling space today, recognizing that each of you doing your individual breath practice are still connecting into what we have described as the language of communication we have selected for communicating to you. This breath practice is like words in the 3D world. Our voices, our information, and our love come now to you through your breath. As you breathe into the heart, allowing it to expand wide, you are drawing in the information not only from the collective humanity, but from our kind as well. For those of you here in seeking wisdom, seeking health and wellness, and seeking release from a psychological trauma associated with your human experience, know and understand that it is a process of release. It is a process of coming into your heart, and it is a process of understanding where in the human body the vibrational frequency of challenges exist for you. So as you continue this heart breath, we request that you check in with your body, scan your body for areas of inconsistencies in your energy field. Where do you feel tension? Where do you feel discomfort, disconnect? What thought patterns are chasing around in your mind? And what questions are you asking yourself? Where do you feel a sense of discomfort? Simply acknowledge it, and with your breath, allow yourself to draw more space into the tension and discomfort within your body. And we ask now that you expand your heart breath. Breathe in through 6 and 5, 2, 4, 3, 2, and 1 all at once, allowing the energy centers to expand wide. Releasing front to back and up to 8 at your own pace. Continue to breathe in through 6 and 5, 2, 4, 3, 2, and 1 all at once. And releasing front to back and up to 8. Notice as you continue this breath the temperature of your body will change slightly. This is a normal experience for a human body. And changing slightly once again, breathe in through 6 and 5, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 all at once, allowing the energy centers of the human body to expand wide, releasing front to back and up to 8. Breathe in through 6 and 5, 2, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 at once, doing the breath at your own pace. Release front to back and up to 8. As you continue this practice, you may notice there is a place in your body that resists the breath. Wrap your loving arms around this place. Perhaps it is your thoughts. Perhaps it is a place in your spine. Perhaps it is your nervous system. Perhaps it is something else. Continue to breathe into the energy centers. As you allow them to expand wide, breathe space into places in your body that feel discomfort. And as you release, allow the energy of discomfort to rise up through the spine to the eighth energy center. Continuing the breath practice as we begin to channel information for you, keeping your eyes closed. So many of you bring your loving hearts and the challenges you experience in your 3D world. Some of you feel unwell in your bodies. Some of you feel unwell in your minds. And others of you are completely unaware of the vibrational frequencies in your bodies that are lacking coherence. Today, our emphasis is going to be on the unseen, unconscious world of the humans before us. So as you breathe in through 6 and 5 to your energy centers, we request of each of you that your unconscious patterning be touched by our vibrational frequency with each in-breath and exhale. Continue the heart breath, allowing the energy centers of 6 down to 1 to expand wide. For those of you experiencing energy movement in the body, perhaps you will slightly need to move. Perhaps you will undulate a little. Perhaps your body will shake. Continue the breath practice. And for those of you panicking and forgetting how to do so, simply breathe in and out, knowing that you will receive the effects as well. You cannot do it wrong. If you are feeling heightened states of emotions currently, continue to breathe. If you feel nauseated, continue to breathe. The doorways to the unconscious patterns and frequencies you have begin to open now, and your physical body is going to produce sensations, thoughts, and perhaps a little bit of discomfort. Continue to breathe. Some of you in this space have unconscious patterning that is preventing you from seeing the truth of yourself. Today, we send the vibrational frequency of awareness to you specifically, continuing the breath. For those of you with unconscious patterning that harms you or others, today we will send the vibrational frequency of awareness to open those doorways. Continue the breath. For those of you who beg and plead with yourselves for reprieve from your symptoms, from your thoughts, from the painful experiences in the 3D world, we send the vibrational frequency through your breath of wholeness, of wellness, of true love. Continue your breath. For those of you with psychological disorders for which you are unconscious or conscious, we send healing energies through the breath. Continue breathing in and out at your own pace, allowing the energy centers to expand wide. For those of you experiencing illness in relationship to the body, we now send the vibrational frequency of health, wellness, and coherence through the breath. For those of you for whom your illness has become an addiction, we send the vibrational frequency of wholeness, wellness, and coherence through the breath. Continue the breath, turning your palms up on your lap. Rest your arms gently and relaxed as you breathe into the energy centers wide, releasing front to back and up to 8, continuing the breath. And now, with your intention, activate the quality of magnetic frequency within you, continuing the same breath. This magnetic quality within you may originate in the heart. With your intention, continue the breath and ask to receive what it is you most desire. Allow it to be simple, such as financial abundance, total health and wellness, or for those of you without a desire, simply ask for love. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Relax your thoughts. And with your next exhale, resume natural breathing, scanning your body from head to toe for areas of tension, inconsistency, and an awareness of the location where your unconscious patterning resides. And we will begin the spiral breath from 8 to 1. Breathe in from 8 to 1 in a spiral that goes around your spine. And release 1 to 8 in a spiral that goes around your spine. Breathe in 8 to 1 in a spiral. Release 1 to 8 in a spiral. For those with breathing challenges, do this at your own pace. Everyone else, breathe in 8 to 1 in a spiral. Release 1 to 8 in a spiral. Breathe in 8 to 1 in a spiral, allowing your energies of inconsistency to release into 1. Exhale from 1 to 8 in a spiral, drawing the energy up the spine to release in 8. Breathe in 8 to 1 in a spiral. Release 1 to 8 in a spiral. Breathe in 8 to 1 in a spiral. Release 1 to 8 in a spiral. Breathe in 8 to 1 spiral, allowing the spiral to break the bonds, cords, and chains from the past, present, and future that bind you. Release 1 to 8 in a spiral, pressing the energy up to the collective information of humanity in 8. Breathe in 8 to 1 in a spiral. Release 1 to 8 in a spiral. Breathe in 8 to 1, drawing in inconsistencies within the human body to 1. Release 1 to 8 in a spiral, removing patterns of aging, illness, and dis-ease to 8 with the release of the breath. Breathe in now 8 to 1 in a spiral, drawing new information of health, wellness, beauty, joy, and love. Release 1 to 8 in a spiral, continuing to release energies of dis-ease and discomfort. Breathe in 8 to 1 in a spiral. Reverse aging your human body with information of youth from 8 to 1. Release 1 to 8 in a spiral, releasing patterns and frequencies of aging, illness, and disease. Breathe in 8 to 1 in a spiral, reinforming your human body of your celestial starseed information. Release 1 to 9. Breathe in 9 to 0 in a spiral, drawing in celestial energies of your starseed origins. Release 0 to 9. Breathe in 9 to 0. And release 0 to 9. Breathe in 9 to 0. And release 0 to 9. Breathe in 9 to 0. Release 0 to 9. One more time, 9 to 0, drawing starseed information in. Release 0 to 9. And resume your natural breathing. The violet people have arrived. If you are in need of healing today, with your intention, you may ask them to enter your space and assist you. The Arcturians have also arrived in the space. There are specific beings in this space who have Arcturian energies. If you wish to have communication through your breath with the Arcturians, feel free to give them your permission with your intention, using your mind. For those of you new to this experience who are not yet comfortable with offering permission, it is perfectly okay. Simply maintain your breath in your own energy field. There are countless beings in your space today. For those of you with interest in connecting with the fifth dimension or other dimensions, today is where the vibrational frequency of information will come through, for which you will always have a memory. Simply allow, with your intention, your breath to draw in the vibrational frequency of your personal starseed information. Those beings will be with you today for the rest of this channeling session. We understand how much you as humans wish to have questions answered through the mouthpiece of the human language. We will take a few questions today, but know how important it is for you to feel the vibrational frequencies within you of our communication from the breath alone. So please, whoever is asking questions, we will take the first question now.
Melissa asks, as I listen to the answers to our questions, I love seeing new perspectives and feeling the energy shift as my mind is open to new possibilities, especially when these feel like brand new thoughts to the human experience. Can you please introduce a new thought to expand our horizons now?
So perfect this question is for this moment in time, in this space. The new thought, human thought, that we would like to introduce is that you are only limited by you. You all have heard this countless times in your life. The moment you produce a thought, an action, or any experience in your world that is out of alignment with coherence in your brain, heart, and belly simultaneously, you hijack your own world, meaning your own world as an individual. But what you do not maybe understand at this time is that for those of you sitting in this room who know this information already, yet sometimes you are unable to stop the production of your thoughts, words, and actions prior to them being released in the vibrational space, impacting yourself and others in ways that you perhaps choose a different way instead. You are here to now know that each time you use your intention to produce suffering for another, you set yourself into a condition by which your vibrational frequency will produce a more rapid result. It is like stepping on something sharp. The second your foot goes down onto something sharp, you feel the pain and you react. For those of you with awareness who actively make choices of discomfort, dis-ease, lack of harmony within yourself and for others, the refractory period is so rapid it will be as if you are being electrocuted by a jolt. This will simply be an indicator to you to get it into a better vibrational frequency for your brain, heart, and belly to be in coherence. So today, you have activated a quicker way of experiencing your world and bringing yourself more rapidly into alignment. Pay attention to the subtle energies. Pay attention to the love in your heart. Even when you feel a sense of discomfort in your illness, wrap your loving arms around that part of pain within you and say to yourself, I love everything about me. I love everything about my condition. I love everything about the insanity of my mind. I love it when I hurt myself and others, because I know this is a brief and temporary experience for which my own awareness will give me a sign immediately reminding me of my own love and connection in my brain, my heart, and my belly. Today, you are asking us for a new thought. The new thought in every moment for you is simply this: it is love. So close your eyes for a moment. Feel into whatever experience or memory you have of love: the birth of a child, your wedding day, simply tasting something so magnificent that your heart explodes with joy. That memory is, for now, a guiding moment for you to come back to love. Anytime you see or experience hate, pain, suffering in the world around you, come back to this moment of love. It will be a new thought because it follows thoughts you do not wish to have any longer in your world. It is no longer a memory. It is a new thought of love, of love, of love. Frequent this experience within you as often as you can. When you forget, come back to love. And when you are unable of remembering love within your heart, because hate consumes you in the form of illness, in the form of dis-ease, in the form of discomfort, simply breathe. It is your human right to breathe. It is required for you to breathe, to be alive. When you breathe, you return to a state of love. We will take your next question, please.
Oneness asks, Dear friends, recently you said you have information to share with us about time. Would you please unfold as much of this information as is right at this moment? Thank you. I'm so grateful for our connection and what you have to share.
How delightful that you all still believe that time exists. Oneness, we know from our experience of you that you do not live in time. Instead, you live in the infinite quantum reality of every moment. This is the truth of all humans from our perspective. Your timelines are so fascinating. They are the grip you maintain on your reality that allows you to survive the human experience. Take a moment to imagine what it would be like if time did not exist in your world. It would mean that you are no longer running from a predator. Time ravages your bodies. Time ravages your minds. Time is a construct for which you grip tightly so that you forget in one moment to the next that you are an infinite being having a spiritual experience. Think of it this way. In your religion, does God live in time? Or in your religions, do you perceive God to be somewhere in timelessness? Many of you seek the grace of God in your heart. That is timeless. Many of you seek to be whole and in love. That is timeless. Love does not exist in time. Wholeness does not exist in time. Your religions, in their true form of spirituality, do not exist in time. Release your clutches on the human experience of survival, and you will find you slip outside of time. Your breath does not exist in time. Your love is outside of time. And so we love watching and experiencing you all in your human world. We have recently decided that music is a fascination in your human world. Music sets you in time. Music is an experience of time. Your words are an experience of time. So if you wish to be outside of time, love time itself. Love time in its many forms. And love how you harass yourselves with your need to clutch time. When you can love time for what it is, a prison around you, for which you use it as a vehicle to move through the world. When you can love the construct of this prison of time, when you can love it in its many manifestations, you call one experience or another, you will begin to recognize that you are outside of it because you can see it for what it is. If you wish to be outside of time, out of fear, out of necessity for releasing yourself from the clutches of aging and the clutches of death, you will find that the only reprieve you have from your time is breathing itself. Practice the breath, practice loving the breath, and practice loving yourself in relation to others. You will step outside of time in every moment. We assure you that when humans die and they release the clutches of the human body and the clutches of time, the one thing they want more than anything is to get back to it as quickly as possible. Your timelines are not separate and singular, they are one. Your time experience is timeless from our perspective. Love who you are and where you are in time. Release it in the moments when you breathe, and allow yourself the freedom to be in it and to be out of it, whatever you choose in every moment. Your next question, please.
Paula Martins asks, Blue Healers, guardians of the universal truth and cosmic healing light, I ask you to reveal to me with clarity what is the deepest lesson my soul is currently integrating in this phase of my life? How can I align my human path with the purpose that my spiritual heart already knows?
The answer to this question is the same for all of you, and it is a good one. When did you arrive on this planet? In what form and what purpose did you have when you came? For those of you having a human experience, you came here for a reason. Limited thoughts of your purpose in this one lifetime will prevent you from experiencing the true nature of your purpose from your original incarnation on your planet. Find the answer for yourself there. You do not need to seek assistance from another, although you can choose to do so. In the next breath practice we hold for you, perhaps we are breathing for the world. Perhaps we are breathing to assist others with the healing process and their connection to love and timelessness. In the next breath practice that you have, either with us or on your own, ask yourself, ask your star seed origins. Why did I come here in the first place? There is what you may see in your mind's eye, a timeline that goes through the past. Perhaps you will choose to follow that timeline from today to that original incarnation. When you find that place, rest in love and breath with that being who you were in your first incarnation on the planet Earth. When you find that starseed information on Earth, not needing to release or remove yourself from Earth itself, you will then develop an understanding of your overall or universal purpose and why you are here in this lifetime. Expand your vision wider. Expand your vision beyond who you are today. If you are trapped in the idea that you have one lifetime, you will never find your purpose in this lifetime. You will never find your purpose if you believe who you are right now is who you are only in this world of the 3D experience. Expand your vision wider through your breath practice. Expand who you believe yourself to be as you tumbled through time in the earth plane. Simply remember who you were when you arrived in your first incarnation on this planet. It is an easy process. If you permit yourself to struggle while doing so, simply release the need to seek that answer in the moment and come back to it another time. Close your eyes, each of you, close your eyes, and let's go there now. Breathe in from 8 to 1. Release from 1 to 8. As you breathe in from 8 to 1, ask yourself to see your starseed origin and first incarnation on your earth. Release 1 to 8. Continue this breath. The answer is in 1. As you release 1 to 8 with each breath, the information will spread out through the nerves of your body, the neural network of your entire being, and reach out into the neural network of the community around you. Today, you share this information of your original purpose. Continue breathing 8 to 1, and 1 releases to 8. So now you are seen by your community. This information is real in your world. Allow it time to unfold. Continuing the breath 8 to 1 and 1 to 8. On your next exhale to 8, resume your natural breathing. Release the need to know anything. Release the need to doubt yourself. And release the need to try to do anything right now. Just breathe your natural breath. Within the month of July, this information will become more apparent. Use your writing technology, your hand with a pen or pencil and paper to begin to write down what this is for you. It may be words or pictures. Communicate with yourself about your starseed origin, your original purpose on this planet. It will take approximately 30 to 90 days for this purpose to unfold for you. We will take another question, please.
It is now 8 minutes to the top of the hour. The next question comes from Natalie Duffy. When love is field fusion, not emotion, what old ideas of worth and suffering must dissolve first?
We thank you for this question. This is an intrinsic answer within the breath practices. Love is the only thing in your world to define the vibrational frequency of coherence. You will find eventually that whatever tensions you have in your body that do not align with the vibrational frequency of wholeness, coherence, wellness, and love, as you continue to do the breath practice, allowing the breath to breathe space and energy into areas of inconsistency, you will find greater changes in yourself over time. So keep it simple. Many of you try too hard to create combat in your bodies. Too much cleansing, too much trying to battle the energetic frequencies of dis-ease, discord, and lack of coherence in your body. So long as you continue to put yourself in a battle with your body of trying to fix it over and over, you will miss the point of the breath practice. Instead, breathe only into areas of inconsistency with a state of consistency. So this means be consistent about breathing. If you're not already doing so, and we assure you that if you are alive in the 3D form, you are consistently breathing, simply give it a little intention. When you breathe and you know you're breathing, ask yourself to breathe space into areas of tension, discomfort, and dis-ease. We also caution you as humans against the use of substances. Substances can produce a vibrational frequency of dis-ease and lack of harmony. It is counterproductive to use substances as a way of trying to achieve something in your world. Substances produce addiction for the majority of humans. Addiction produces a lack of harmony, a lack of coherence. Know that anything in the human world can be an addiction. Anything can be considered what we describe as a substance that disrupts the patterning and the frequency of love in the human body. For those of you who use drugs, including alcohol, know that it is not limited to these concepts. Instead, many of you are addicted to the chemistry in your brain, the adrenaline rush of fear. The only addiction in the human world is to survival. And you all have some form, some mechanism, some coping skill to deal with your need for survival. Make no mistake, there was a time where this survival mechanism was a requirement for existence of the human animal on your planet. However, as evolution of the human collective has proceeded through time, your construct, of course, What has happened is the addiction to survival now supersedes your internal desires for coherence in the brain, heart, and belly, or ascendance into a spiritual place of connection to the unseen world. For those of you, and for many of you this is true, your addiction to food is perhaps the most challenging one. What need is there for addiction in your life? What is within you that prevents you from having, through dissolution of the need for addiction in your world? Begin to simply breathe into the possibility that you will survive without the addictions in your life. And so we return back to the original question, and we ask each of you, what is it that you truly desire? Consider that within your own thoughts and in your own minds. Consider that when you are breathing. Consider that when you choose love. And know that when you truly reside in a place of love, you will consume exactly what is needed for human survival without ever having to think about it. We will take one additional question, please.
This next question comes from Peter. Hello, Blue Healers. For over a year now, I have had a seemingly immovable mucus blockage around the bridge of my nose, the back of my throat, and my sinuses. It feels tight and relentless, and I've had two surgeries to try and fix this due to an old broken nose, and it's not getting any better. If you could help me find the possible cause on any level, and what will be the solution? Thank you.
This message may be useful only to you, Peter. Why is your mother in your nose? It is a very curious experience for us to see that somehow one human is launched in another. Perhaps you can make meaning of what this is for you. Your mother is lodged in your nose. When you release her, it will become an easy process of healing. This is all we have to say about this situation. Please, one more question.
This next question comes from Mike High. Hello, extra-dimensional friends. Most of my wonderful body symptoms of its diagnosis of a neurodegenerative disease are greatly improved. Thanks for your attention over the past 6 months. Is there anything we can do to help hasten the resolution of the tremor that remains, especially when I'm in the 3D stressful condition? Thank you, and I love you.
How beautiful it is that you have come to us with this question. You have a neuroregenerative experience that is going on right now. From our perspective, there is no neurogenerative, neurodegenerative dis-ease. Instead, we see a neuroregenerative experience. Tremors that exist within you have to do with a lack of connection to your earth. Many of you with neurological conditions are like sea anemones or antenna for information from the celestial world. We see you as floating in the 3D reality, gathering information from extra-dimensional frequencies. In other words, we perceive you as being what what in your human world looks like a sea anemone with waving tentacles out into the universe. Those with neurological conditions on your planet are simply overloaded by their frequencies. A connection to the earth beneath you will assist in releasing and relieving symptoms of tremors in your body. These vibrational antennae that rise into the extra-dimensional world need to have energetic protection to prevent the channels from overloading, thus causing challenges in the 3D body. There are specific steps that you can take to assist you in reconnecting to your earth. For example, the breath practice where you ground your feet into the earth. Please, each of you, do so at this time. Place your feet on the floor, imagining your feet to begin to sink into your earth. Dirt in your mind's eye, please. And that you become a plant on your earth in your mind's eye. And with your in-breath, you draw energy from the earth up through the feet to the heart. Allowing this earth energy to expand to every cell in your body. When you release your breath, Mike, release the air from the heart down the arms through the palms, placing your palms anywhere on your body that is afflicted. So perhaps your hands will go to your heart, to your lap, to your head, and perhaps you will visualize you are simply wrapping your hands and your fingers around your nervous system. Whatever it is, the exhale will release the earth energies back into the body again. So you breathe in through the feet to the heart. You release from the heart down the arms to the palms, recirculating the energy into your human body. Begin the breath again. Breathe in through the feet to the heart. Release from the heart down the arms through the palms to the heart. Breathe in earth energies through the feet to the heart. Release down the arms through the palms to the heart. Continue this breath. Earth through the feet to the heart. Release down the arms through the palms to the heart. Do this at your own pace for 3 more cycles. and resume your natural breathing. Our questions for today are complete. Please continue the breath practice as it inspires you. The extra-dimensional beings of all kinds are removing themselves from this space. You may at any time reach out to your starseed origins for information. You may also ask us questions at any time. We are always here to assist humanity. We are always here to answer your questions. You will hear the answers in your mind. It is okay to believe it is your imagination. Continue to ask the questions until you trust the answers are true in your heart. We thank you for bringing your beautiful hearts to this space. There will be a short discussion following this channeling session. We have more information to give through your guide, but it needs to come from the 3D experience. Continue to believe in the beauty of love within you. Continue in every moment to release the tensions within you. Know that it is simply by breathing into the tension in your body, releasing through the breath, that you will be free. It is very simple. We look forward to continued relationship, continued communication with you, our 3D partners in this wonderful evolving experience. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and give you the opportunity to unmute. Lots of beautiful information there. Okay, if you have a question or would like clarification on anything that was channeled today, feel free to unmute yourself and speak. Okay, no questions.
Jan, this is not regarding today, although today was beautiful. Love the awareness part at the beginning. I have a feeling we're getting to the next level. But the reason I unmuted myself is just for clarification, for the group. I believe that the June 17th video, it has not been released yet because of the interference that had happened within the video. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes. I am sending it to a sound team to see if they can remove the background noise.
Okay, great. So anyone whose questions were asked in June 17th, which was quite a few, they are coming and all in proper timing.
Yes. And in the event that we're unable to remove the background noise, I'll just publish it with the background noise. So we'll get there. Just give me another week or so. Thank you for clarification.
Yeah. I'm seeing in the chat that David is encouraging Mike to share some of his improvements if he feels comfortable sharing with his voice.
I would love that, Mike, if you're open to it.
Sure. The biggest thing I'll get right to the crux of it. The biggest improvement I got started in April when the Blue Healers answered a question of Jennifer's, in which they told her that you have to love your diagnosis, you have to love your body, especially the diagnosis. You have to go to bed with it. You have to cuddle with it. You have to love it. And that is something that they repeated today. And it's been a consistent message ever since. But once I did that, uh, I that enabled me to lose the fear, the fear that anyone with a neurodegenerative disease feels, that they're going to lose their quality of life, they're going to lose their love for life. So that was the most important thing. And while quantitatively, I mentioned in a testimonial that I had a physical therapy assessment last week, actually the day after Jan left Tucson, and I improved on every one of about a dozen assessments. This is one where they have you balance on one foot, then balance on the other foot, and take a challenging stance, which is one foot directly in front of the other. They have you turn around. How quickly can you turn around, and how many steps does it take? How quickly can you go from sit to stand to sit to stand? How long does it take to do 5 of those? Walking backwards, walking forwards, physical tests. And I improved on every single one, except for the sit to stand, which was pretty much world class anyway. So that was a 16-month improvement that was just phenomenal. My voice is a lot better. I'm not sure how it sounds right now, but and the big thing is I go for hours a day forgetting that I have a diagnosis, and that is real freedom. So that's pretty much covers it without taking too much time. I'm going to see if there's, looks like that answers the questions. Jan, is that clear? Any questions you have?
That's amazing, Mike. Thank you so much for sharing. I have just been so impressed with your commitment to yourself, your healing, your life, meditation. Um, for those of you who don't know, Mike was a fighter pilot. And the thought of that experience and the high level of stress, not only like emotionally and psychologically, but just on your body. The G forces in an airplane like that are colossal and it impacts the body tremendously. So our history does have a little bit to do with how our bodies age in the human world and how we perceive ourselves along the way. And I am so incredibly impressed, Mike. Every time I talk to you, I'm just so impressed. And today I felt what they saw. And it was like, why do you call yourself have or say that you have a neurodegenerative disease? You are neuroregenerative. So that was a really amazing vision that your body is regenerating rather than degenerating. And I think that alone, just that sensation and the visuals they gave to me were so clear that your body has changed incredibly along the way. So, yeah, thank you for sharing your story and that breath practice. I know we've done in the past, but this was the first time. I think they described it as really just keeping that energy going back in through the heart to the nervous system and allowing it to regenerate and be strong. And there's more to it. So, Mike, if you would jot down a note to yourself, because I will 100% forget, I'm still kind of in outer space a little bit, to ask them a question specifically about that sea anemone vision that they sent to me. It was very hard to translate, that people with neurological conditions actually are receivers of information from 5D, that is kind of the gift. So I think if we could also understand more about that in the future, it would help those with neurological conditions to see, what the positive side is of the experiences that we have. And maybe that will assist with the healing process, I think, for some people.
Thanks,
So
Jan.
thanks,
Yeah,
Mike. Yeah.
you bet.
Sending you tons of love.
Likewise.
All right. Any other questions? Or just share your experience. You can do that as well.
I would like to make mention of Ursula had responded in the chat to Peter's question. Ursula said, "Thank you, Peter, for your question. It was helpful for me too. I've had a very blocked sinus for months too, and it began when my mother came to visit me and stayed a couple of months. She's gone home now, but I still have the blockage." And then David Flowers joked and said, "Now we're all wondering which relative is stuck in our sinuses." And I definitely thought of my own issues, that's for sure.
Yeah. As we know, there are the concepts of soul parts from the shamanic traditions of soul parts being lodged in the body of our own, heading out into other places or just deceased relatives, information like that. So when you're doing the breath practice and trying to release symptoms in your body of any kind, it is again that simple process of just trying to expand wherever you have discomfort. So, and I can tell you 100% of the time, and it's interesting you asked this question about the sinuses in particular. Every single time I channel the blue healers, in doing the breath practice, I hear crackling inside my sinuses as they expand and open. So I have a feeling this is not a singular experience. It's maybe everybody. And I would love to know more about it. So let's see if more information comes because my sinuses clear up every single time I channel. And I don't have sinus issues. So, but it's this sensation that I can feel the expansion within this cavity of whatever is happening here and in the lungs. So I'm excited to see how it evolves. What a perfect question for today. So thank you for asking. All right. I'll take any other questions. Any other experiences you want to share? Just know that this is a recording, so it'll go out to the public. I believe that when we share our stories, it really truly helps others as well. All right, my beautiful souls, beautiful beings, beautiful 3D experiencers, sending you lots of love from Hawaii. We will be back on Friday, 7 a.m. for the healing session. If you have very specific questions or lots of questions, you're welcome to make a private channeling session. I have generally 3 spaces open a week. For many who have done the private channeling sessions, they get a lot out of it. And it is very, very common for people to receive breath practices that are specifically tailored just for the individuals. So that's a really cool thing that happens in the private channeling sessions. Otherwise, I'll see you here next Tuesday. Sending you all tons of love, appreciating all of you for being here. And yeah, have an amazing day.
Oh, thank you, Jan, so much. So beautiful.
You're welcome. Thanks, Joni. Glad you're here.